YouTube, my name is Ashley Nicole and welcome to my very first YouTube video. I plan on using this forum as a chance to express myself and my weight loss journey that I'm restarting and my skincare journey that I've just begun and natural hair care that I've been embarking on for about 5-6 years now. And I figured why not share what I'm going through with other women or men who are out there going through the same thing or just want to, watch YouTube and see other people live their lives. I want to go ahead and get started on this video though because I'm sharing with you how I lost 60 pounds. But a little disclaimer before I begin. I am not a doctor. I know you hear people say it all the time, but it is important for me to say that. What I did worked for me and it may not work for you. You have to go ahead and just at least get started to see what works for your body and just keep it going. All right, now that has been said, a little bit of background on me. I'm 31 years old. I live in Chicago, Illinois, and I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. And weight has always been an issue for me. It's always been a battle that I fought. I've lost some weight, gained some weight, and I'm sure there are millions out there who have the same story. But for me, it got to a point where I just couldn't take it anymore when I reached 260 pounds with my last pregnancy. I am only 5'3", and 260 pounds is a lot on my frame. I'll insert some pictures throughout the video so you can see where I was with my weight loss journey, where I started and how I began to lose. But as I said, 260 was my highest. That was after that was after my son was born, and that was in March of 2018 that I had him. And I have to say that was a low point in my life. At that point, you would think that I would have been happy that I had my son and I had my little family growing. I was doing well at work, had just bought a home that same year. You would think that I was on cloud nine, but weight can really mess with your self-esteem. To be seen after I had my son, I didn't want to go out anywhere. I didn't get dressed and get cute anymore because nothing fit. I was really, I guess, didn't even know it until I just thought about it right now, in a state of depression. I wasn't happy, and I should have been, right? I should have been, but I wasn't. And I had to really think to myself, what can I do to change this? And I knew that I had to get that extra weight off me. I did not want to go walking around uncomfortable in my own skin any longer. After I had my son, with him, before I actually had my C-section to take him out, my highest was 260. After maybe a week or two of, recovery and getting used to having now 2 kids to take care of a newborn, I finally stepped on the scale. And this is probably just, some of the water weight that I lost and maybe some help from breastfeeding, probably not too much. But I had got down to 245. And that's still a large number, but it motivated me some because I dropped, 25 pounds, 20 pounds or so. Yeah, I can't add with 15 pounds. And it was a start. It galvanized me into going ahead and really trying to keep the momentum up of losing weight. And so I started watching what I ate. I was eating salads and I was eating grilled vegetables and grilled meat, and it was working, but it was working very slow. And at this time, I'm starting to lose weight. It's about April. And I had already known that, there was some events coming up next year that I didn't want to be in that current shape that I was in. I wanted to be better. And those events were my 30th birthday. Who doesn't want to look good on their birthday? You're going to go out with your friends or your family. Somebody's going to take some pictures, and you want to look good on that day where, attention is on you. And then also, my friend was turning 30 as well, and bless her spirit, she invited us to go to Cancun, Mexico with her. And if you're going to Mexico, you already know it's going to be hot. You're going to want to wear swimsuits to go on the beach. You're going to wear shorts. You're going to wear, sleeveless shirts. Your skin's going to be out. You're going to want to feel free. And at the point that I did not feel that way. I did not feel like I wanted to be seen by anybody on a beach in anybody's swimsuit. So I knew that I had to really rev things up because what I was losing so far wasn't enough for the time frame that I had left. So where did I go? I went to YouTube. Why? Because I go to YouTube for everything. I literally, learned everything off of YouTube. And one thing that I kept seeing pop up was the keto diet. Yes, I'm another person who has done the keto diet, but hey, I can't knock it. It definitely worked for me. What I did first was I really researched it, and I suggest that you do that before you start any diet trend or any new way of eating, because keto people will kill you if you call it a diet. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle to them. And you really need to research it. You really need to know what you're getting yourself into, what type of commitment you need to make, what type of food you need to eat, what it's going to do to your body. And keto is definitely something you want to research before you start. Now, for you, those of you who don't know what keto is a extremely low carb way of eating, high fat. And when I say low carb, I was eating 20 grams of carbs a day, net carbs. Eating that a day. And I can always do a video if people, comment below and say that they want more information on keto. I can definitely do a video that gives more information on that. But for right now, just know that after researching the videos and finding out what I needed to eat, I was eating certain things like bacon and eggs for breakfast, with spinach inside of it, because I wanted to make sure I got my fat from the eggs, my protein from the bacon, and fat from the bacon, and then my greens from the spinach that I sauteed and put in there. And then because it is a high fat diet, you want to try to get as much as you can in to meet whatever macros you have set, macronutrients. That's, again, some more information I could put in a separate video if you want more information on keto. But I would put avocado on the side of my bacon and eggs, right? That's the source of fat. Or if I was thirsty, I would take some coffee and put heavy whipping cream in it, butter, some sugar-free syrup, and a little stevia for sweetening. And that would be my bulletproof coffee, which is also another source of fat. And these were the things that I started to do every day. For dinner, I would maybe grill some burgers and put cheese and bacon on top and wrap it in lettuce, and put maybe a side of sugar-free ketchup or barbecue sauce on the side if I felt the need to. And I would still put on the side of that a vegetable or maybe a salad, so that I could get as many of the leafy greens and stuff into my diet on top of the fat and the protein that I was consuming. And you know what? Being consistent like that for the first week, as you know, with any new diet or any new way of eating that you try, you lose water weight. And you're definitely going to lose that with keto. You're going to drop water weight really fast. And I want to say the first week I lost 10 pounds.
I'm so slim!
This is going to help me get to where I want to be before my trip in January. The trip was in January. So I was doing that. I hadn't worked out. I'm losing weight without working out at this point. All I'm doing is just watching what I eat. I'm starting to experiment more with keto food, like finding alternatives for bread, because if you can't go without bread, there are keto alternatives for bread. You can use almond flour, you can use coconut flour, flaxseed, they have it all. I was also, if I had a craving, I would make me a fat bomb. I'd make me like a Reese's cup fat bomb, and that's just peanut butter and chocolate with a little stevia in there. And I sometimes put coconut oil in there, or whatever the recipe you find calls for. And that would be a good dessert for me, but it was also a way for me to get more fat in. And as I was getting the hang of it, I was starting to see the scale go down. And that was another thing that I did on top of using keto, was I used pictures and pictures of myself and pictures of the scale to show my progress. And I recommend that anybody who started a weight loss journey do that. Monitor your progress. So when those days come and you feel like you are not progressing at all, you're not losing any weight, compare photos, compare pictures, and see that there is a change. And sometimes the scale, it won't show you. It will not show you the progress that you've made. But if you take pictures, that will help you. Or take measurements. That is another thing that I did. Measure yourself. Inches are sometimes better than losing pounds because they define you. They curve your body out a little bit better. So that's just a suggestion I have, is to monitor your progress through pictures, monitor through weighing yourself. Shoot, you can even find an outfit that you really like. Maybe if it's a little snug or you can't fit anymore, and use that to determine if you're losing any weight, if you can put it on week by week, if it finally fits. It's a great way to determine it. But back to my keto journey. I'm getting closer to the end of the year, 2018, and I'm still going. It's holiday season, and it is very hard when you're new to something to kind of give up what you've already known. And I'm sure, like all of you at home, your grandmother's mac and cheese, your grandmother's baked mac and cheese, and her dressing. And it was really hard that year for me to kind of say no or shy away from that. Like, you really have to still your mind when you're on a journey, when you've got a goal, to say no to things that you know are good but not that great for you, like food, for instance, or saying no and shying away from drinks that may not be too good for you. That's another thing. Like, I had to really watch not only the foods I was eating, but the drinks that I was eating. I really had to maintain drinking water. I tried to stay away from alcohol for a little bit, but On keto, you can drink alcohol, and that can go in that video as well, where I can explain what drinks and alcohol you can or cannot have on the keto diet. But as I got closer to it, it was January, and I think we left for the trip. I want to say maybe January 3rd or something like that. But I had gone from my high of 245 all the way down to 200 in time for the trip. 45 pounds lost in time for that trip, and it definitely made a difference. I'll insert some pictures in the video showing, what I looked like during that vacation, because honestly, I felt accomplished. I got my weight down to almost under 200 pounds, and I hadn't seen that number in a while because I had been pregnant a couple times and gained weight, and I hadn't seen under 200 in a while. So I was floored. I was excited. I went to Jamaica. No, I'm sorry, not Jamaica. I went to Jamaica before. I went to Cancun, and I felt good in my outfits. I was feeling like the old Ashley again. I was able to wear swimsuits, which I normally wouldn't have done, wear swimsuits on people's beach, and people saw me, and I felt fine about it. I felt a little more confident about it. And it made me appreciative that I gave something new a chance because it worked and it was working. And I may have slipped off a little bit during that trip. I might have enjoyed a couple of drinks that maybe aren't normal for the keto diet. But as soon as I got back from that trip, I got right back on it because my birthday was coming up. And I wanted to look up my 30th birthday. And I am still at this point not working out. I am still solely watching what I eat. Or what I ate, sorry. And by the time I got to my birthday, I had gotten down to 183 pounds. My goal weight is 170, and you're probably like, 170 is still pretty large for a person who's 5'3". No, this is what I looked like before at 170. I'm coming for you. That's the size I want to be. And for me to be 183, I'm so close to my goal. So close I can taste it, right? I enjoyed my birthday. Of course, I ate what I wanted to eat for my birthday. I did not restrict myself. And with keto, you kind of need to stay on track, because if you do eat too many carbs, you will come out of the state of ketosis, which is, when your body switches from burning carbs for energy to burning fat. And that's how you lose the weight with keto. Your body is burning up stored fat, and that's how you're losing it. That's how you run in your body. It makes you clearer. I will give you that. Keto gives you more energy, makes your mind more clear. Clarity is definitely there. But if you do mess up on keto, if you eat so many carbs, it will throw your body out of ketosis, and it will take you a couple of days. At least for me, it always took me 2 days to get back into ketosis. And that kind of brings us to where we are now. So yes, you're like, oh, she did keto and she lost that weight. She got down 60 pounds with keto. I unfortunately did not jump back on it. I was enjoying the summer a little too much in 2019. I was feeling myself because I had gotten to a weight, and I kind of slipped off of my journey a little bit, which is where we are right now. So I am encouraging you all to join me as I get back on it, get back on my weight loss journey. Get to the goal. The goal is 170. Then I'm not too far away. And who knows, I could get to 170 and feel like I still need to lose a bit more. Or maybe I can focus a little bit more on toning and strength training and all of that. I plan on, at this time, continuing on with eating how I'm supposed to, including workouts now to kind of tone up and lean out everything. And before 2020 is over, I am going to be at that goal weight. And I invite you all to, tune in every week, because I do plan on posting a video every week. Tune in to see where I'm at. If I'm doing what I said I'm going to do, I want you guys to hold me accountable. Comment below if you're like, girl, you didn't post that video like you said you were, or what happened to get into this weight loss goal. Because, obviously something ain't working because I stopped. So I need to refocus, retrain my mind to get back to it. And I'm going to reach my goal, and I'm going to reach other goals that I have set up for. Like I said, this is going to be a channel where not only weight loss is discussed, but just everything, because we're all about being better. 2020 is definitely a volatile year. There's so much going on, and as we're changing the world around us, I want to change myself too. I want to be better for the new world that we're fighting so hard for right now in 2020. So, before I end, I want to thank you all for listening and tuning into this weight loss journey. I ask that, like once again, subscribe to my channel and, tune in, hit the notification bell, and tune in for whenever I set up a new video. And just let's rock out together. Let's do it together. Let's better ourselves together. Enjoy your day. Have a great one. Bye.